Hello and welcome to Dining with Death, where we discuss infamous cases of death and murder that have an element of food to them, and then we cook the food from the case. I'm Stacy Lee. Let's begin. I'm excited to share this story with you today. It's a sad story, but I'm a big fan of Pantera, and I'm sure a lot of you are as well, and we need to keep this person alive in our memories. So you already know who I'm talking about, Dimebag Darrell. Dimebag Darrell, as he came to be known, was this larger-than-life, loud, expressive, animated guy that just seemed to always be the life of the party. He seemed like he was someone everyone would want to be around and be friends with, and his murder still strikes me as such a huge loss. He was massively talented and loved by all who knew him. Darrell Lance Abbott was born on August 20th, 1966 in Ennis, Texas, to Carolyn and Jerry Abbott, a country music producer. His older brother and Pantera bandmate, Vinnie Paul, was his playmate, and the boys lived with their mother after their parents divorced in 1979. Darrell took up guitar when he was 12. His first guitar was a Les Paul-style Honda, which he was given for his 12th birthday, along with a pig-nose amplifier. He was heavily influenced by Black Sabbath, Judas Priest, Kiss, and Van Halen. He was kind of obsessed with Ace Frehley of Kiss, and he became a member of the Kiss Army, Kiss's official fan club. His brother Vinnie had been playing the drums for a couple years before Darrell picked up the guitar, and the two brothers began playing together and report becoming inseparable once they did. We gotta enjoy some of these bands while we have them, you guys. You know, those of us in my age group, our people are starting to drop like flies, you know, so let's hope COVID is over soon and we can get back to concerts and we can go see some of these bands that are still playing before they're gone. At age 14, Darrell entered a guitar competition in Dallas, and he won. He started winning guitar competitions so frequently that he was asked to stop entering them and actually become a judge so someone else could have a chance at winning. In 1981, Vinnie Paul was asked to join a band with his high school classmates Terry Glaze, Tommy Bradford, and Donnie Hart. Vinnie said he would join, but only if Darrell could as well. This was maybe before Darrell was winning all the competitions and the band members didn't think he was as good as he was. Now there's a good lesson on never giving up on yourself. Just because somebody says you're not good at something doesn't mean you're not. They let him join the band and Pantera was formed. He began dating his longtime partner Rita Haney in 1984, and although they never married, they were together throughout his life. In 1989, Dave Mustaine asked Darrell to join him in Megadeth. Darrell said he would join, but only if his brother Vinnie could play the drums. Megadeth already had a drummer, so Darrell refused to join the band and he stayed with Pantera. In 1982, Hart had left the band and Glaze took over on vocals. Rex Brown was brought in on bass. Darrell then became the only lead guitarist in the band and adopted the name Diamond Darrell in reference to the Kiss song Black Diamond. They originally had kind of a glam metal style and were very image conscious. The members wore spandex and makeup and used lots of hairspray. They released Projects in the Jungle and I Am the Night in 1984 and 1985. These albums have kind of been compared to Motley Crue's Shout at the Devil. But around that same time, Vinnie and Darrell began listening to Metallica and Slayer. They wanted to start making heavier music, and Glaze wasn't very happy about that. This conflict eventually led to his departure from the band. Glaze was replaced by Phil Anselmo in 1986. They released Power Metal in 1988 and then started to move to more of a groove metal sound, and they released Cowboys from Hell in 1990, which went gold in 1993 and platinum in 1997. Vulgar Display of Power was ranked number 10 on Rolling Stone's list entitled The 100 Greatest Metal Albums of All Time. That brings back some good memories. I'm gonna need to listen to some Pantera after this. Darrell's look had morphed over time from his early glam rock image to his trademark look, a dyed goatee, a razor blade pendant he wore in homage to Judas Priest, and cargo shorts with a sleeveless shirt. He didn't feel his nickname Diamond Darrell fit anymore, so he started going by Dimebag Darrell, which is something Anselmo had started calling him because Darrell refused to carry more than a dime bag, that's slang for more than $10 worth of weed, on him at any time in case he was caught with it. Around this same time, Anselmo began drinking very heavily. He reports a bottle of Wild Turkey a night, and he also began using heroin, which he claims numbed the terrible back pain that he lived with. His drunken rants on stage and kind of subsequent self-isolation became a real sore spot for the band, and they eventually began recording separately. The band continued to work, but there was a lot of tension between the members. In July of 1996, Anselmo overdosed on heroin and was clinically dead following the band's performance in Dallas. He did recover and even performed at the next show in San Antonio 2 days later, but the incident created a lasting rift in the band. The next album, Reinventing the Steel, was a nightmarish story of infighting, trying to force Anselmo into the studio when he didn't want to be there. And then their European tour was canceled due to September 11th in 2001. Anselmo began working on other projects and Brown left the band. This affected Darrell greatly. He felt all of his work with Pantera had been ripped away from him. He didn't want to engage in a legal battle with Anselmo, so he and his brother Vinny decided to form a new band, and Damageplan was born. The band had to start from scratch, playing smaller clubs to gain a following. In 1992, Pantera collaborated with Rob Halford on a track titled Light Comes Out of Black, which was released on the Buffy the Vampire Slayer soundtrack. Full confession, I am the biggest Buffy fan on the planet. Not so much the movie, but the TV show. I know, but I love it. I can't help it. Darrell also played as a guest on several Anthrax recordings. Anthrax's Scott Ian has often referred to Dimebag Darrell as their sixth member. The Abbott brothers would also perform under the band name Gasoline, mainly covering Ted Nugent and Pat Travers and the like. On December 8, 2004, Damageplan was performing at the Alrosa Villa nightclub in Columbus, Ohio. They had just started to play when Nathan Gale, who turned out to be a deranged fan, rushed onto the stage and shot Dimebag Darrell multiple times with a Beretta 92 FS. The band's head of security, Jeffrey Mayhem Thompson, then tackled Gale and was also shot and killed in the struggle over the gun. A fan then rushed to the aid of Darrell and Thompson. His name was Nathan Bray, and he was also shot and killed while attempting to subdue the shooter, as was Aaron Hulk, a venue employee that tried to disarm Gale when he was reloading. 3 others were wounded before a Columbus police officer, James Niggemeyer, entered the club and shot Gale once in the head with a 12-gauge Remington Model 870, killing him instantly. Dimebag Darrell was pronounced dead at the scene. He was only 38 years old. Thousands of fans attended his public memorial. Fellow musicians like Zakk Wylde, Corey Taylor, Jerry Cantrell, and Eddie Van Halen were in attendance. Eddie Van Halen laid his famous black and yellow guitar called Bumblebee alongside Dimebag Darrell, and the instrument, along with bottles of Crown Royal, were buried with the guitarist. Gene Simmons provided the kiss casket that Darrell was buried in. Eddie Van Halen had planned to make a replica of his Bumblebee guitar for Darrell, but when Darrell was murdered, he said, "Dime was an original, and only an original deserves the original." Dimebag Darrell's friends have lots and lots of stories about this larger-than-life character. He was known to launch himself onto any bed like a rocket, and once he landed so hard that he injured all the muscles around his ribs, which required him to wear a brace. Friends say you could always hear him coming before you saw him. He was loud and funny and always in the mood for a party. Rob Flynn, frontman for Machine Head, tells a story of finding Dimebag Darrell at 5:30 in the morning, stripped down to his underwear and his Chuck Taylors, standing on top of a VW Bug with a couple of fans, doing backflips onto the roof of the car. Darrell was known to drink for days on end, but he rarely missed a note, and even when he was smashed, he was able to play from pure muscle memory. I am a professional musician, and I have spent a lot of years on the road, and those of you that play music, you know these kind of people. They're like robots. It doesn't matter how drunk they are, they can be sick, they can be tired, they can be blitzed out of their minds, but they can still play. They have some kind of really crazy ability to always remember every note of every song, no matter, the condition that they might be in, and it's kind of amazing. Darrell loved to cook, and he was kind of obsessed with spicy food. He even made his own hot sauces and bottled them when he had time. He also created his own drink called Black Tooth Grin, which consisted of 2 shots of Seagram 7, 2 shots of Crown Royal, and a dash of Coke. It became the official drink of Pantera. Well, a couple of those and you're done. So unless you're Dimebag, apparently. So stay with me, because right now we are going to take a quick tour of the world of hot sauce in honor of Dimebag Darrell as we go dining with death. This is the part of the show where I normally say we're ready to cook, but we're not cooking today. Today, in honor of Dimebag Darrell's love of hot sauce, I have with me my son, my daughter, and my brother-in-law, and we are going to taste hot sauce. They're going to give me some feedback. We're going to try them on different things and hope that nobody has a meltdown. Was that too punny with the hot sauce? So let's get started. We're going a little bit more for flavor than heat. I'm aware that there are sauces on the market that are much hotter than some of these, but I'm taking it easy on these guys, you know, not trying to kill anybody today. Okay, this is hot sauce number 1. You taste it however you want. You can use a toothpick, you can use a piece of luncheon meat, you can use a cracker, you can use a snap pea, you can drink it.
Drink it, huh?
Vinegar.
Smells very familiar.
Yeah, I think this one will be really familiar.
You want a lot on there?
It's up to you.
Not me. I'm putting like a little dab.
Not good.
This is one of my favorites, but I'm kind of a spice wuss.
It's red hot.
Yeah.
This is Frank's.
Yeah.
This is Frank's Red Hot. So on a scale of 1 to 5, how hot is it to you?
Like 1.
Okay.
I think. What?
Yeah, I would say.
Oh, from 1 to 5? 1.
1. Okay, so you're all going to give that one a 1. Okay. All right. Number 2.
It's good though.
Are you going straight? Oh, I thought you were ripping that. It's like, Joe, go for it. Okay.
I'm going for I put too much on.
So nice.
Ooh, that one has an after kick.
You want to know what's interesting is it's not as hot with the vegetable.
The vegetable probably cools it off a little bit.
Yeah.
So on a scale of what do you think it is?
That's sriracha.
That is sriracha.
Yeah.
Sriracha.
Sriracha's very garlicky.
Yeah. I'm gonna try it with this.
It also is like more in the back of your throat.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a warmer
It's almost like a
heat.
wasabi.
Yeah.
I want to
Come on
keep
there.
eating it, but I know there's so many more.
Yeah, that's true.
I know.
I keep doing
That's
that
good
too.
though.
I did 3.
Okay, Carson, what are you rating it, hot wise?
I mean, I would still
Can
probably
we
say
do
1.
decimals?
Sure. The doctor wants to know if we can do decimals.
Decimals on that?
I still say 1.
I would say
Okay.
1.5.
Okay.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, actually put 2 because it's hotter than Frank's. So
Okay.
we're going that as
Yeah.
a
Okay.
baseline 1.
Okay.
That's way vinegary.
It should be pretty familiar.
Okay.
I'll try some ham again.
I know. I'm going down with the ham here. That's Tabasco.
That's Tabasco.
It's actually not that hot,
It's not.
which is funny because I always think it's hot when I put it on my.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more vinegary.
It's less
Yeah.
hot than Frank's Red Hot.
And I think Tabasco is really good flavor-wise
Yeah.
because of the acid. If you have a food that you're not loving, if you're eating something bland, you put a little Tabasco on it, it wakes it up.
Although interestingly now, that hit me harder than the sriracha.
Yeah, I'm
the
saying
after,
that too, yeah.
aftertaste, it was a little.
So it's a more of an afterburn.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's hotter than all of them.
You think
Yeah.
it's hotter than all of them? So
Yeah.
you know what, 2.5?
Yeah.
I think it was just a 2.
Okay, 2 for
I
Joe.
didn't think it was hotter.
What about you,
I'm
Jimbo?
gonna go 2.5, just
Okay.
because it was a little hotter for me than the.
Cars?
I think it's
than the last one.
2.5 too.
Okay.
Because it's also still in my
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say it's weird. It's on the back left part of my.
Yeah.
Mouth
Whereas
and
the other
tongue.
ones were gone like after I drank some water.
Mhm.
That one is definitely still there.
Actually, it's milk. I think I like Tabasco.
This I know exactly what this is. We used in Mexico. We would eat this every morning with eggs and tortillas.
What is
Oh,
it?
that sounds really good.
Valencia.
It's Valencia.
Yeah, I can smell that.
Oh, I have had that. Yeah, when we were
Yeah, it's
in
funny.
Valentina.
Yeah, Valentina. That's what it is.
Valentina.
The Valentina. It's weird because it has a very distinct taste.
And isn't it a little smoky?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Maybe a little, there's a
It's
smoky.
really
Yes.
But we would have this. And
See,
it,
but it's not.
Ooh, that's good.
It's not crazy hot.
No.
It just
No.
has a very different flavor.
it
like
pairs very well with eggs and chorizo.
Uh-huh.
So
And maybe beans,
Yeah.
it's a little bit smoky.
that's what we would have literally almost every day in the
Yep,
mornings.
that
we'd
is
have
Valentina. So what would you rate that hot-wise?
1.
It's not hot at all, it's more flavor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's a 1.5.
Okay. 1.5.
yeah, I'd say 1.5.
Okay.
I want that. I've got a
Which is
sneaking
like-
suspicion. She had a little grin on her face on this one, like, this is
the
that
label.
kind
Why
of
does it
stuff.
look like that?
That is hot honey. And I am obsessed, I got obsessed with this stuff in Austin. You eat it on fried chicken.
Oh, it smells so
You want to know what this is good on? Brussels
going for
sprouts.
it.
Oh, I can
It's
see
really
that,
good on
totally.
Brussels sprouts.
Is it like crazy hot? Or-
It's not hot.
Not hot.
You'll be okay.
Okay.
That's delicious.
Oh, that's so
That's
good.
candy. I want that on hand.
Isn't that delicious? That is
that's
called
really good.
Mike's Hot Honey.
I just like it because it's hot and sweet.
Mine's
Yeah.
hot honey.
I ordered this, like I say, I kind of got obsessed with hot honey when I lived in Austin. It is fantastic on fried chicken.
It's really good.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
How is it on the hot scale?
0.5.
A 1. Yeah.
Okay.
This one's got smell.
Yeah, that one smelled a little hot, and
I need
that smelled more like Tabasco to me.
Got a little vinegary bite.
It's like thicker.
It's like thicker, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's like more like a
Probably got chili ground up in it, chili paste.
barbecue sauce kind of.
That's good.
Oh, that's
Very-
good though.
super
Jim, I will
vinegary.
let you tell me how to pronounce that.
Pica más.
Pica más.
That's
Yeah.
good. I like that.
Yeta pica
that's
más.
way good. I thought
That's
that was
really good.
I thought it was gonna be so much
I think that's my
spicier.
Yeah.
favorite one. Taste
Okay.
Yeah, that one, it's not hot.
I'm excited to try it now.
Really good.
I haven't even tried
It's got
it.
a good flavor to
Yeah.
it.
It's so weird because like every time I get hot sauces, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of just like hot sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then to sit and taste them back to back,
They,
it's like
you can see the difference, so.
Yeah, it makes
so.
me want to.
Actually, that one is hot though.
Pica más. And I got this at the Mexican market.
It smells really good.
Okay, so what would you say on hot level, hot?
That's not hot.
I would say,
I want to say 1.
Okay.
I know, that's what I'm saying
I feel
too.
like my taste buds
Well,
are
just,
like,
yeah, so
No,
do what,
That's different because I would say 2.
Okay.
I'm more of a spice wolf. What the?
whoa, that's smoky.
Is it blended up tire?
Is this sponsored by Goodyear?
Does
Is that the sauce?
it smell like burnt rubber?
It smells very different.
Let's see that.
It doesn't smell hot at all.
Let's see here.
This is so weird.
Yeah, that's a weird
It's
flavor.
very artificial, smoky taste.
This
Yeah.
is called
Liquid smoke.
El Yucateco. How do you say that, Jimbo?
Yeah, Yucateco.
Yucateco. Hot sauce, habanero, and this is their black label reserve.
Yeah, except it's
black?
li-
What
it's
makes it black?
It's like full of liquid smoke.
It does smell like liquid smoke.
It does not say
Doesn't
that it has
have it.
liquid smoke in it.
You're like, but yeah,
But
that's the.
So
that
you
would
don't
be-
love that
That
one?
would be my least favorite
Yeah.
tasting one.
Okay,
of all of them.
too smoky.
It's almost, it's like smoky with vinegar. It's a weird pairing to me, I would think.
Hot wise,
It's, I didn't think it didn't taste very hot to me.
okay. So like a 1?
Yeah.
One, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you just do a stick, huh?
Yeah.
What's
What
this?
does
Is
it have
it
as much
similar to
flavor?
any of them?
That one tastes similar to the Valencia. They're the Valentina.
Valentina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
That's
tastes
what that
like-
tasted similar
I'll let
to.
you tell me how to
It kind
pronounce
of
that.
tastes like watered down.
That's my salsa huichol. But I don't know what huichol is. I'm not familiar with that word. Huichol. Salsa huichol hot sauce. Anyhow, that one tastes like the Valencia.
Yeah, I think
A little
so.
bit.
It kind
Okay.
of, yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't as much flavor though. I would rather.
And you just say like
Right,
a
I was
1?
gonna say I would have rather done the Valencia.
I tried not to kill you guys with the hot, but the one, I really thought the black one was going to be the hot one because it said habanero.
You know, we
Yeah.
also didn't eat a lot of it because we didn't love the flavor. I
Yeah,
wonder if we
yeah,
ate
that's
maybe
right.
it did
I
get
still
hotter.
think that's probably a 2. I think we're all used to the
I know,
heat
we
in our
might be
mouth.
getting a little bit heat in our mouth
Yeah,
here.
we should try the first one.
You're building up to it.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure.
I'm trying to cool my mouth off. You guys are like, oh, it's a 1. I'm like, I think it's like a 3.
This is the last one.
There's one more after this.
Okay, the one after that we have to drink a little bit.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's try this again.
This one's going to throw you a
It's
little bit.
garlicky.
There's the garlic and I taste the vinegar.
I was gonna say it's really vinegary.
This is called gochujang. And it's a
Gochujang.
Korean pepper paste.
It's like my favorite.
Yeah, it's good.
I
That's
put
good.
this in there because it's one of my favorite heats. It's warm on the back end. It doesn't burn your palate.
Yeah.
It doesn't ruin your palate for the rest of what you're eating, and it's really garlicky and it has lots of umami.
It's like my absolute favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's good. I'm gonna
I
try
love
It's a little
gochujang.
watery, I think.
I watered it down so it looked like hot sauce. So normally it's a paste, and I put a little water in there and watered it down so it would look more like hot sauce, so you wouldn't know what it was when I handed it to you.
Flavor-wise, it's
Yeah.
definitely the best.
Yeah, I love gochujang. I love it on anything.
Also, I think if it was the paste, it would be quite a bit hotter.
Oh, it would be. It would probably be quite a bit hotter. It's very warm, but it's a warm, round heat in the
I
back
think that's
of your
why.
mouth.
So
Right.
the same with the sriracha for me. Like Jim said, I like the wasabi. Like I like that.
Yeah.
Like, warm your mouth.
They're
whereas
cleaning
like
out your nasal.
the Mexican hot sauces are kind of just like, ow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That like
Oh,
has,
that smells really good.
that has zero appeal to me, by the
Yeah.
way.
You just have to sip this one. It's the last one.
All right.
Cheers.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's good. That's salty. It's hot now.
No, what's hot?
That's got kick to it.
That's hotter. That got on my lips. That made my lips
Yeah,
hot.
because we freaking drank it.
Here goes
This
Joe.
one is called guacamayo habanero.
That's getting hot for me.
Yeah.
How much did you drink?
I had a lot. I drank a lot.
I put like the smallest little
Oh no,
dab.
I swallowed a lot of it.
It's really good.
That's good. That's the hottest one.
That's the hottest
Yeah.
one. So what would you say that was at?
Oh, I got it on my nose.
Tastes like nothing now. Tastes like pain.
You say like a 3 or a 4
I would say
even?
like
4.
a 4. Yeah.
4.
Yeah, that's hot.
I think you know it's hot too because my mouth was already hot from all
Yeah.
the other ones. So like,
Your
like,
face
I
is
think-
red too.
I think if we ate that first, I would be like 5.
What do you think,
Yeah.
Jim? 3 for you, probably?
I would say probably 3.5. I'm gonna go 3.5.
I know you're
On
more
that one.
more into the hot stuff.
What is?
I'm gonna say a 6.
What else is in that thing?
That one has in it, it's called I'm 50 and I can't see that without my glasses, so.
Okay. Yeah, so water, habaneros, pepper, carrot, onion,
Ooh, carrot. I
garlic.
could taste that.
Could you?
Interesting. But it's as
Ooh.
it's getting hotter.
Yeah.
You know, as it
I
as
think,
it
is
kind
that
of
the
marinates
habanero?
If
Yeah.
you had
Gets
that,
hotter?
if you had that on like a plate of wings, that would be so hot.
Yeah, like if you tossed wings in that, they would.
It would
like,
be too much.
So
Yeah.
It would be too much hot sauce.
Yeah.
So this is more like one where you dribble
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Look at the size of the bottle.
Yeah.
It's like you dab that on.
That's more like a Tabasco
I gotta try
type
that
of a
baby
thing.
again.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming and helping me today. Thank you so much. So like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and I'll see you next time on Dining with Death. Bye!